Hit X to delete that one. Shift A to add a mesh, add a plane. In object mode, add a loop cut along the x-axis, add another loop cut along the y-axis. Select that face, right click to get these options. Go to separate, separate by selection. Now you get two different objects. For this object, the small one, I'll add a mirror modifier along the x and y axis and enable clipping. In edit mode, hit F3 and search for spin. Search for spin, it appears right there. Give the angle of spin a negative value and play around with the values for the center and the axis. That is for the x, y axis and z axis. For the center and axis, let the number of steps be 20. Get a good curvy legs for that. Now select that face, hit F3 to search for spin again. It appears right there. Do some variations for the center and the axis, both values. Merge those two along the y-axis till they touch each other. Now select that face too, that one. Hit F3 to search for spin. Play around with the values. For the angle, give it a positive one. Reset those values for the center and the axis. Right there. In object mode, select that one and scale up along both the x and y axis up to that size. Now select those three faces, hit Ctrl X to dissolve those. Select that top face and extrude upwards. Scale up along the x and y axis. Now going to edge select mode, I'm going to select those two edges, hit F3 and again play around with those values for the spin, for the center axis and the angle. I think this one looks quite good for that. What I'm going to do next is add a loop cut along the x-axis, position it there, select those faces in face select mode, duplicate, hitting Shift D and extrude along the y-axis. Once you're done with that, scale down a little bit up to that size. Select that face, extrude upwards along the z-axis and scale down along the x and y axis. Now I'm gonna pull this window and split those. For that window, let it be a shader editor. Hit Z8 for render view. Select that object and create a new material. Give it a color, that blue color. Select that object for the legs. Create a new material for that, and for the color, let it be an image texture. So Shift A, texture, image texture, color to base color. Open the file for the texture. Change this color to match the color for the wood, that is the image texture for the wood. Select those faces by hitting Ctrl plus. Select those faces and create a new material for that. Hit the plus button and the new. Assign that material to that. Select that face 2 and assign the material 3. Go ahead and change the color to a warm beige color. The background color, let it be a warm gray color. Add a solidify modifier for the top plane. Change the mode to complex, and for the bound, change it to round, and for the thickness, let it be even. Increase the thickness value up and the offset value up. Next is to give this chair a smooth soft touch. Right click and shade smooth, add a mesh, add a plane, scale up and position it along the z-axis right there. Snap the camera by hitting Alt Ctrl 0.